Akabo Wakatu. This is Daku, and what I want to do today is just take you on a quick tour of our laboratory here. What we're doing is trying to grow various plants, because the best way to get out from under white supremacy is to begin to produce for yourself. If you can't produce for yourself, then you're going to always be tied into white supremacy. So we got a laboratory here in which we're trying to grow various plants. What works, what doesn't work, what techniques work and what doesn't work, and what do we need to try next time. Right here we got some rosemary. We're trying to grow our own medicine, all our own herbs. We got some lemon thyme. Now many of you think in terms of eating when you're talking about growing plants, but your food is also your medicine. So we got your rosemary here. We got lemon thyme. We got citronella plants, which is a natural mosquito repellent. So get you some citronella plants. It's been a lot of rain lately, and a lot of mosquitoes been breeding. But this repels mosquitoes naturally, so you don't have to be spraying all types of chemicals. Remember, this is the food that you're going to be eating and feeding your family and your community. So you can't be spraying your plants with all these toxins that the goddamn white man is giving you to combat nature. Go back to your roots. You have lived in harmony with nature. You know how to do it. So when you're trying to live in harmony with nature, don't look to the goddamn white man, because he's going to teach you how to destroy nature. All right? He's going to teach you how to control nature, but he's not going to teach you how to live in harmony with nature. All right? So we got our lemon thyme. Down in here, we have our sage. That's a sage plant. Right here, we got some broccoli that is getting quite leggy, and they say you don't want that because it's not going to grow right. But what we're trying to do here in the laboratory is produce seeds. They say you don't want your plants to grow the seed. We want our plants to grow the seed because we collect our seeds, and then we want to grow our own plants. Again, you're growing your own food, growing your own medicine. Your medicine is your food is your medicine. Right here we got some mint. Mint really grows well. Mint, we got this mint. This mint is all over the place. And we'll tell you why we have this stuff in containers in a minute. Over here, we have some sweet potatoes. And these sweet potatoes, we're growing sweet potato slips. And with each one of these slips, you can grow a whole pot of sweet potatoes. Pounds of sweet potatoes with each one of these slips. Alright, so once these slips get to a nice good size, maybe 6 to 8 inches, then I'll just break them off and root them. Once we root them, they'll grow into more sweet potatoes. It's easy to feed your family. It takes a little work, not much. Here's another sweet potato that we're growing sweet potato slips off of. This one isn't doing so well as the other one. We'll have to figure out why that is. Let's go on over here. Right here we got some zucchini. And this zucchini plant is very huge. Let me back up. Can't even get the whole thing in the video screen. Some of y'all might say, well, how'd it get so big? Did you use them hormones or them steroids or whatever them people are putting in their soil or whatever? Nah. We started growing this back in March. And as you know, back in March it was snowing in some areas. So we started growing this indoors. We created a green room. We didn't spend a whole lot of money. We probably spent about $2. We went to the dollar store and got 2 shower curtains. And at either end of a hallway, we covered that end of the hallway with the shower curtains. And we made sure that the inside of that room or that hallway stayed at 80 degrees. So these zucchini plants were growing since March. And this is June. Okay? Almost mid-June. We also in here have some eggplant. Alright? We got eggplant. I don't know if any eggplants are starting to grow yet, but again, we started growing this back in March. Yep, there's an eggplant down there. We started growing that back in March. And now they're at a nice good size. They starting to go to fruit. Starting to grow some fruit. Alright, let's come over here. What else we got? Got more sweet potatoes right here. Got a big old container of sweet potatoes. Now I said I was going to mention why we are using containers. In my lifetime, I probably moved about 30 something times. Alright. This is probably the longest I've been anywhere since I've been grown. So when you're moving a lot and you're trying to feed yourself, if you're going to move, then you need to be able to pick up your food and take it with you. This is my grocery store. This is my pharmacy. So you want to take your food and your medicine with you. So right here we got kale growing. Down here we have cilantro. Over here we got green onions, spring onions. We got some basil. All this stuff is good for you. So your food, again, is your medicine, your food. Right here we got red onions. Alright. You always want to keep your food alive. And you don't want to kill it outright. People say, dig it up. No, don't dig it up. If you can. If you can help it. Just eat off of it. And it'll last you the entire season. The growing season, they say, is from March all the way through November. And then, once November gets here, you have your fall crops as well. So there's some crops that you can grow through the winter. Over here, we got our black beans. All these black bean plants here. Again, I grew these from seed in the house, in the green room. And now they're just all over the place. Why'd I start with black beans? Because a lot of my fitness friends told me I couldn't eat veggie burgers. You know, because they're supposedly processed no matter what company you go through, no matter what the packaging says. Alright, so I said, well, I kind of like veggie burgers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grow my own black beans and make my own veggie burgers. Everything is about producing for yourself. Over here we got red cabbage. Red cabbage. Look at how they come. Same thing. Started these in the green room. From seed plants. Look how much red cabbage we got coming in here. And this is mid-June. So I would say by August, we'll have a nice little crop of red cabbage. Alright? Come on over here. We got some red potatoes, or baby potatoes, or whatever they call them. I can't even build no higher. They started off a couple of inches, and now they gotta be, I say that's about 4 feet tall. I can't even build up anymore. We need to expand. Down here, we got some grape plants. This was practically dead. But if you're accustomed to living in harmony with nature, you can bring it back. I dug it up. I was about to throw it out, but then I saw some root growth. I said, this thing ain't dead. It just looked dead. So we planted it in a homemade container here. And that's why you don't throw your containers away. Nothing is trash. Everything can be reused. Alright? And now you can see this new growth that I have on the grape plants. Alright, got some more spring onions right here. Over here we got our blackberry plant in our homemade container. That's coming along pretty good. Now up here, I don't know if you can see it, but we also have more tomatoes, strawberries, blackberries. What else do I have in there? And peppers in there. Okay. It's getting kind of dark, so you may not be able to see what's over there. Okay. We got a pepper. We got more basil, parsley, rosemary, lemon balm. Again, you're going to produce your own food for your family, for yourself, for your people. And that way, we can move towards getting out from under white supremacy. This has been Daku, Akabo, Wakatu.